Now each one is about 1 mile of silk, and our trees are in the city called Bursa, which is approximately 3 hours north from here. This is where we have them. You keep it. And the worm is still inside. The worm is dead. I'm going to show that to you first. You can see. If the worm cuts a hole like this, it will first come out of the cocoon. That's the dead worm. In my hand. If the worm comes out of the cocoon first, it will become a butterfly. If it's a female, it will lay the eggs, live for 2-3 weeks, then it will die. These ones have not completed their birth, that's why they died inside the cocoon. But when you touch it, you can feel it's quite hard, like this. If also please pass, I'll appreciate that. That way we can't really take the silk, so what we have to do, this brush is out of magnets. When I do this, you see nothing happens. But you see the ones in the water now, what happens? Please come close. You sit up here. It's hot here, don't burn yourselves. That's the only way you can make silk. That you've got to boil them for 3 hours in the water. When they're boiled, with the brush we'll grab the threads, we'll connect that to the wheel like a sewing machine, and then start to spin the wheel. As the wheel is going to be spun, you can see the cocoons will move in the water. If they move, those will be unraveled, unwinded. Let's watch that. Some people think that silk is weak or too delicate. Silk is absolutely the strongest natural fiber on earth today. The thick rope on the anchors of the ships is made out of silk. That's how strong silk it can be. See the movie? Those are getting unraveled now. If you want to come close to feel the vibration, bring your hand close to mine like that. You can touch. You can feel it. Touch it, please. And silk at the same time is very soft. That is two ways silk. These ladies wear silk. It's a very soft material. Nothing bad about it. But when it comes out of the water, when we dry it, it feels pretty much like dental floss. That's the first step of silk. And why is it hard now? Because that's 20 of them being twisted around to each other. That's thin. When that becomes 100 being twisted around to each other, it makes it thicker, and that makes it softer too. This is 100 now. The thickness is 100 of them. That's now soft. Would you feel it? That's really naturally used in the carpet. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a rule. She's a living legend. She's been working with us for this year 23 years. One of the best weavers. Hello, Ebru. She's always been a very shy girl. It's still the same. Now this here is the small size of the loom that we use, and that's the shape of an own make. If we make large ones like that, it's going to be like this again, only wider but taller. But that's the shape of a loom. And at the moment, she's making a silk rug. To make it more easy for her to understand of how we start to make the rug, on this board here, you can see 2 different knots. Single, Turkish double. Single, Turkish double. That's wrapped once around, and the other side is loose, so that's a quick way to make it. That way here is once, and then twice, where it takes more time, more material, eventually it'll turn out to be more durable. When I say durable, minimum 120 years up to 200 years of lifetime. Do we do that long? Unfortunately, we don't. But we had children coming on, they enjoy them after us. First of all, let's see the single knot physically on the loom. Please get closer. Please get closer. Take a look. This is the single knot first that we'll show you. Come on. And now double. Once, and then twice. That's the reason why they last. The technique makes the carpet last very long. How does she know the design? By now by heart, because she's made so many of them. In case if she forgets the design, she can always get back to this board right here. Every box, every color you see on the board, like a puzzle, is a knot. What she has to do, always to the left to the right, same straight row must be completed all the way to the end. Then she has to beat it down to tighten them. To do that, she will have to use a comb. That's the comb here in my hand. If we pretend that that's a loom right here in my hand, every time that she'll press it on down, the way she starts will start the same, continue the same, and end the same, weight-wise. If you don't do this, after a while, it can go crooked this way or the other way around. It's got to be extra responsible. Weavers have a belief that every carpet that they make is going to be unperfect, because only God is perfect. One little mistake is always left on every single piece that they make. Other than that, and then she'll trim the pile with the scissors after every row like this to make it nice and even. Now would you please lean down and touch these threads like playing a guitar to feel how strong they are. Play like that please. It almost it feels like wire as you felt it. The carpet she's working on is 100% pure silk. And people who work in silk carpets can work for only 2 up to 3 hours per day by the law. Reason, being so strong, if they work too much, it makes their hands get numb. Because with their eyes, you can design them really complicated. So basically, working from home now, they can work how many hours they want to, but here in the store, in the workplace, when they come to work at 9 o'clock, till 10 they must have their tea, breakfast and coffee. From 10 to 10:30, half an hour work, then 1 hour off. Half hour's work, all day long till it's 5 o'clock. This much work that you see in the room right now, today it's been exactly 12 days, and that's how far she's gone with it. That much work. She still needs 1 full year time to make it. And eventually, what does 1 year work look like? This in my hand is 1 year work. So I'll share that with you first so you can see all together. Please come close and touch it. That's pure silk also. 1 year work.
1 year.
Yeah. Wow. Now this is not just a floor covering item. If you want to get a floor covering item, we'll get a machine made rug, use it for a couple of days and throw it away. These are investments. But it does not mean that we're saving money in the carpet. We're saving our money back in the bank, real estate, property. This will always hold the value, is what I'm trying to say. If it gets older and older, one day comes and it goes to the auction, gets sold for a very extreme price. That's what happens, like Sotheby's back in the US. You can see that has that appreciation. 1 full year worth. If she makes a wool one like this one over here, this takes her only 18, 20 days to make the whole piece. How come? It's a lot less detailed. It's thicker material, the knots are bigger. That has 90 knots in 1 square inch. This has 645. That's why it's very detailed. When it comes to the prices, wool's on the low end, silk's on the high end for that reason. Not because of silk, time, and workmanship is the factor.